to me.
Classic. I'm already knowing. You know what I mean? And this dropped in 97, about 7th grade, and 7th, 8th grade. And I remember when this came out, I will never forget this. I had the cassette tape. It was the year it was my birthday, and my older brother was getting out of jail, well, prison, you know what I'm saying? And I bought this, and I wanted to play it for him because I know he was kind of a Mystikal fan. You know, his Mystikal debut album dropped out 95, whatever the case may be, you know what I'm saying? Kind of my brother music era and shit like that. So he was just a big No Limit fan at the time, and I was like, yo, I bought this. I had told him about it on the phone, wrote him a letter in jail and shit, let him know, because he was going to come pick me and my little brother up from school, whatever. And so I had the tape. I bought it my own money. You know what I mean? I did a lot of chores around the house, cut the grass, front and backyard. You know what I mean? Tape was like, what, maybe $12, $14, you know what I'm saying? But basically around my house, you had to earn, you know what I mean, to get allowance and shit like that. So I went to the record store, and never forget it, got up there by myself, bought the tape, had it, played it one day, put it in my backpack, you know what I mean, went to school, and I guess you could say scandalous type motherfuckers that you grew up on the street with, and for some reason we shared lockers back then, which was a mistake, and the nigga ended up taking the tape out of the case. So when school got out, I just went to my backpack, you know what I mean, went there, got halfway home and decided, you know what I mean, to check my backpack for the tape, and it goes, the tape gone. So I walk past, we walking on our block, whatever the case may be, and I'm hearing the music, and I know I was the only motherfucker that had it on the street, basically, you feel me, because I showed everybody, nobody had went and got it yet, you know what I mean, and long story short, I ended up getting the tape back. It don't really matter how I got it back, but I ended up getting it back, you know what I mean, it was just some crazy shit that happened though, but I still remember this. It was my favorite album on No Limit, man, because I was more of a No Limit type person than, you know, Cash Money. You know, because you had Master P, Ghetto Dope, you had Mystikal, So the Chakra, See Murder, and just this album was just crazy. Just from the album cover itself, just the faces coming out of, you know, pieces of a puzzle, but it's his face. That was just crazy. And you got, you know, when he signed No Limit and everything, just the detail behind it. We all know his background. You know, he was a soldier for real, not just in the streets, but, you know what I mean, a real life soldier. And just the detail in the CD booklet, I was just like, wow, classic album. Our favorite songs in school was The Man Right Chair. That was the shit. You know, if you remember the movie, you know, the Ice Cream Man or whatever, I'm about it and shit like that. It was just crazy though. Man Right Chair was everybody joint. But my joint was 13 years, Unpredictable, Ain't No Limit, Did I Do It, We Got the Clout, Still Smoking, You Can't Handle This, It's Crazy. It just was good times, man, back in the days with No Limit. I mean, they were just on the road. Every album that came out just seemed to go platinum. Charge It to the Game, that was the next joint. That was the one that had It Ain't My Fault. And that was another banger out the gate, you know, for No Limit. You know what I mean? Master P, The Last Down, the movie, I Got the Hook Up. That's the movie I'm thinking about, my bad. But yeah, that was the last, when Master P supposed to retire. And if he were retired for real, back then, would have went out like Jordan, you know what I'm saying? Because that was like his biggest album at the time. You know, yeah, this was just a good album all the way through. And I miss albums like this where they show what was up next, you know, what was coming in the next year. Tupac was definitely, this album was like the most anticipated, like I'm telling you, very anticipated. You know what I mean? But yeah, Master P, No Limit, Mystikal, all that good stuff, bro. Definitely a classic. Now I do believe I have this album. Now why people like, why you buy it again? I had the CD, not the booklet. So now I got the booklet. Now I had Mercedes Rear End. I went and bought that day it came out because that, I mean, that's just legendary. You see that cover, boy? That's just legendary. Fiend, my homie had that. Mac, I had that album. I still got that Mac album. No Limit compilation, I had that on tape cassette. The 504 Boys, the Goodfellas, I had that. See Murder, Life or Death. I had that. Cain and Abel, my homie had that. So it just was a lot of joints just back then, man. You know what I mean? And these just bring back memories. You feel me? So that's why you see me going back and trying to find these albums that, you know, was in my childhood. You know what I mean? When I was coming up, you know, classic shit, man. But Mystikal, No Limit, ain't nothing like it. So y'all let me know what y'all think about this, man. I'm telling you, throw this on, man. This can contest to a lot of albums that's out to date. I'm willing to bet this against some of the shit you motherfuckers listen to, man. For real, for real. All the way through, no skippers. Classic. Dope. And he spitting. You feel me? No filler on this joint, man. I'm out.